Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today, man? It is Friday. Yes. Lovely, lovely Friday. Thank goodness. My goodness. Beautiful day today here in South Carolina so far. Nice and beautiful outside. Beautiful fall day. Man, it's fantastic. Trying to get warmed up on the Strat. I got this Strat and man, when did I get this Strat? Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Wow. It's been a long time. Man, long time. Let's see. Excuse me. Simon Williams is in the chat. He says, "Hi, Joe. Hope you are good. Making a great Friday noise." Thank you, Mr. Williams. I don't know how great that is. Johnny Bean's in the house. What's up, Mr. Bean? Excuse me for just 1 second. I apologize. Man, I haven't been up long myself. Morning, Joe. You should call this Morning Joe. But it's noon there now, huh? Yeah, yes, it's 11 minutes after the hour. And now weather and traffic with Johnny B. Yeah, it's 11 minutes after the hour, man, on this November 3rd. Yes, 12:11 p.m., right? Yeah. Yeah, lunchtime for a lot of people. Let's see. And Mr. Williams says he's just finishing work. Wow. You're just finishing work, getting ready to go home. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's creepy, isn't it? Johnny says it's 9/11 here and raining. Man. Yeah. It's not hadn't been raining here, man. Um it's been nice all week, really. So pretty good, man. Gotten lucky. Uh what time I get home this morning? I got home probably about, I don't know, 4:30, quarter to 5, went to sleep about 5:30, had a bowl of chicken noodle soup. And I was gone, man. I went to bed. Got up about 10:30. Oh, Simon says he's working from home today. Okay, cool, Mr. Simon. That's awesome. John, John, I'm having my cup of tea watching Joe on TV. Watching the Joe Wentz Project TV. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it a lot. Yeah, and I decided to get the Strat off the wall. I got a one guitar on the wall, which is right there. You can't see it, but I have one wall hanger, and this is the guitar that hangs on the wall. I want to say I got this in, man, I don't know, maybe 2002, something like that. It's a beautiful guitar, yeah. Made in Mexico, Fender Strat. Had it for a long time. I love it. Love it a lot. I love Strats in general. Mr. Williams says he's having a cup of green tea watching Joe on my new iPhone. Oh, congratulations on your new iPhone, sir. That's awesome. Isn't it fun when you get a new gadget, like a new phone? I love that, man. When it comes to getting a new phone, or as I say, new device, I'm a total, I totally geek out when it comes to that. I love having a new phone and seeing what all it can do, because my main thing that I look for in a new phone is how good is the video going to be, the picture, the camera, the quality. So whenever it comes time to get a new device, a buddy of mine at work sometimes I haven't talked to him in a while. I guess we've just been running different circles, but he'll let me know what he's been looking at, because he does a lot of research. He goes, "I know you like to do YouTube, man, and this is the one you should look at, or this one." He said, "But, from my research, these two are going to be the best, for what you like to do." So I got the Samsung Galaxy 8 Plus, which this time I didn't get it from him, I don't think. I think I actually saw it on TV. So then I went to the T-Mobile store and looked at it, and I said, "Yeah, I'll try it," and I love it. I think now the Note 8 is out now. I think that's what my wife would like to get whenever she gets to feeling better. I have to get her a new phone. Her Note 5 is starting to crap out there. Simon Williams says, that's a very cool guitar. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, man. It's a work one. Yeah, like I said, whenever I would, even if I'm jamming with somebody or whatever, playing a gig or whatever, which that hasn't happened in a long time, but I'd always take a Strat. I don't know, man. I've just always loved it. Oh, okay. Johnny's asking Simon which iPhone did he get. Oh, okay. Only the 6S. I work for the government, so don't get the don't get the newest ones. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, man. Yeah, what is the new iPhone that's out now? I think the biggest. Let's see. Uh, our friend Jim Guidry, that's does the podcast with me along with Senator and Adam. Jim just got a new iPhone. I think it's the new iPhone 7 or whatever. But he says the only thing he doesn't like is you can't, if you're using earbuds, like if we're doing like a hangout, but it's not live and we're just having like a video call back and forth. If you got earbuds in and your phone needs to be charged, you have to take your earbuds out and plug it into the charger port. So I think the same port is used for the headphones and the charger. So you can't, that sucks. Like, man, that's messed up right there. Yeah, so latest is the iPhone 8. Okay, is it? I don't keep up with iPhone. I'm not an Apple person, so I don't know. Maybe that's what he's got. I can't remember. I just know it's a new phone. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. With Bluetooth headphones. Wow. Yeah, I've never been much of an iPhone person. My parents have the iPhones, and they're not real tech savvy, just to be totally honest, and when they came over here, was it last Christmas or the year before? My dad said, we got something on our phones on the screen, we can't get it to go away. And what it was, it had to do an update. And I said, it just needs to do an update, Dad. That happens every so often to keep the bugs out. He said, well, how do you do that? And I don't mess with iPhones, but I figured out how to do the update. I tinkered with it. And I said, here we go. Well, on an Android, or my Android, whenever I've had that issue for updates, it just takes a second. Just what? It'll do an update, and then another one. I mean, you're looking at maybe what, a minute, 2 minutes. It depends on how many updates it has to do. But man, on that iPhone, when it had to do an update, just one update, man, it took like 10 minutes. I was like, my God, man, what is up with this operating system on here? But to each his own. That's why they make different stuff, right? Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Tweedy. There ain't no telling. I mean, the markup on smartphone stuff is outrageous. It's ridiculous, man. They're making a killing off that, It used to be, if I remember correctly, it used to be, when it was time for you to upgrade, you'd get the phone, you know, uh, and you were good. And now the way they do it, I've seen them how they do me anyway. You go in there, if it's time to, your 2 years is up, you go get a phone. You don't get that phone for free. They tack on a payment, every month. It's pretty wild, man. Our Metal Stage podcast is joined. Hey, man, how are you doing? Thank you for letting me join y'all last night, Senator. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. That was a lot of fun, man. I listened to it coming back down the road. It was a long trip coming back last night. Everybody's audio sounded great except mine because I had to, of course, I had to talk through the phone. But it was still cool. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Yes, so thank you very much for letting me be a part of that. Yes, Mr. Williams, you are correct, sir. You are correct. Yes. Yeah, great podcast, man. Uh-oh. There's Brent. There's Brent. Brentsy Rocks is in the house. Hey, Brent, how are you, man? Thanks for stopping by. He says, laugh out loud. Yeah, that's Brent's little theme song, man. There's a few people I do a little theme song, just as a show of my appreciation to them. They've been here a long time. TWF, good morning, Joe and company. Hey, TWF, how are you, man? Thank y'all for the thumbs ups, too. Thank you. Please show some love for the channel. Really appreciate that. It's the easiest thing you can do, and it shows support for the channel. The thumbs ups do help. Thank you for doing that so much. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Brent says he's doing very good. That's awesome, Brent. Did you have any word from the job interview the other week? Brent's always in a good mood, man. That's why I love to see him pop in this chat. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always got positive vibes. Even on Facebook, he's always putting quotes of certain rock songs or whatever, or he's and he's always like, everybody rock on, keep rock. He's always got positive vibes, man. That's why I love looking at his stuff, man. Brent has an energy. Our Metal Stage podcast says, you ain't lying. I hope I have that much energy as I go on through life, because he's got a bunch of energy, man. I mean, dude, he's playing gigs, 3, 4, 5 times a week, and going and watching bands and stuff, and he's just living life, man. He's having a good time. I think that's awesome myself. And he's a cool guy, man. Nice dude, for real. Brent says, thank you very much for the shout out. Now you need to send me $89.95 if you want to stay my friend on Facebook. Okay, where is Big Dan? Big Dan, the accountant, will get you squared away, Mr. Brentsy Rocks. We'll get you a check cut as soon as Big Dan gets in here. He's over the books. Oh, Lord. Simon says, where is the account? I don't know where Big Dan is. He might be he's cooking the books. Nah, he might be having some treatment or something this morning. I don't know. Maybe he just hasn't looked at his phone yet or something. I don't know. He usually pops in here, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Brent's got some great energy, man. I love to look at his pictures and stuff like that. And along with Center, I like the way the pictures he puts up, of his Kiesel and all that cool stuff, everything like that. I just like looking at, pictures of people's gear and, guitars and little videos they put up. That's what I enjoy. That's the only thing I use Facebook for, man. It's just music related stuff. That's it. Isn't it amazing how some people put every little aspect of their life on Facebook? Ain't that something? I mean, to each his own. I'm not saying if you do that, that's bad. But to me, it depends on how far you go with that. I was like, man, I just like putting music stuff on there. I got enough stuff to deal with, without dealing with all that stuff. Everybody's different. Simon Williams, my wife's out there. She was in a lot of pain earlier, and she took something. She couldn't hardly move. She was on the verge of tears, man. It was like, man. So I think she might be okay right now. I don't know. She's having a real bad spasm. She couldn't, her whole left side was like locked up, man. She couldn't move. I didn't know it. It woke me up, and I was like, you all right over there? So I don't know, man. Maybe you should be all right. Let's see. Simon Williams says, talking of that, Joe, can we speak how Cheryl is? There we go. Yeah, she's doing okay, man. Like I said, she had a spell here this morning, so when I get done here, her daughter's in there. I can hear them talking right now, so it's not like she's out there by herself, so she's we'll check here. I mean, I'm sure if it was something really, really bad, I would have somebody would have done busted through here by now. But when I checked earlier, she was nodding off. She was going to sleep, so I didn't want to wake her up. Brent says, I love your stuff, Joe. It's not all about me. Oh, man, not. Thanks, man. Yeah, I just like giving credit to, thanking people for taking the time to stop by, and just to say, hey, because this channel is a small channel, and I just like to do some chords and do a couple of notes and say hello, Jim Guidry, hey, Joe and all. What's up, Jimbo? How are you, man? How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining, Mr. Jim. He might be on his lunch break right now. It's kind of wild how this is timed. Jim is an hour behind us, so it's what 12:36, I think. So it's, I guess, 11:36 his time. So he might be on his lunch break right now. Jim, are you on your lunch break right now? Let's see. This chat's moving. That's cool, man. Oh, Simon says, ouch, that sounds bad about Cheryl. Hope she's on the mend. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, me too. It's been rough, man. I'm not gonna tell you no lie, man. Oh, man. But Jim says, no, he's working. Are you working for the weekend? I think we're all doing that, right? Brent says, hey, Jim Guidry. Yes, Jim Guidry's in the house. Yeah, like I said, I start my new run Sunday going to Savannah. It's bittersweet. It's sweet in the fact that I know I'll work every day. I won't have to worry about my load not going because I'm the top driver on that particular run. The bitter part is where it's located. It's not the best, but hey, man, we'll get over it. Trying to get the hands warmed up this morning. And it's a tough battle, as you can hear and see. Wow. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. That's awesome, man. Keep getting this notification popping up. It says something about something is draining your battery. I was like, what? Draining my battery? Simon Williams says, so a new run, Joe. So the upside is you get to work every day. Always have to give something back in exchange. Yeah. See, the run I'm on, well, I just went, last night was my last night on that particular run, Myrtle Beach too. And it's getting that time of year where that particular run is going to start slowing down, so I jumped off of it. I'll have the number one slot on this new run, so I won't have to worry about the load not going. So anyway, I know that's not nothing to do with guitar stuff, but that's what I like to do here. I like to talk about whatever, talking about music, guitars. If anybody else has got something they want to talk about, we can talk about that. You want to talk about food, it doesn't matter, we can talk about whatever. on just a sec. I need to grab something right here. And it's just barely out of my reach. Can you excuse me just for one quick second? Okay. I apologize. I meant to have it sitting right here, you know. Of course, there's something I always forget when I go live, but it's cool, man. We'll make it. And, you know, that's why I like doing these certain things by myself right here, just as a challenge, you know. Just like, can I do this? Can I carry on a live broadcast, you know? And so far, it's been all right, you know. Nothing spectacular, but it's all right. Johnny, milk in the morning with your host, Morning Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Would you like a little cream with your coffee? Yeah. Do I know any? Oh, golly. TWF wants to know if I know any Leonard Skinner. Man, let's see. How about that? I don't know. And then you got the classic all that stuff, man. All that stuff that we would do back in the day. TWF. Okay, is that your name, Ted? See, when I heard Jim and them say that last night, because I know I've always just known him as TWF, and I heard Jim say last night, Ted makes a comment, and I was like, who? That's cool, man. That's cool. I didn't know that. So, all right, Ted. Yeah, man. Nice to meet you. You see people's channel names, and you just get used to seeing that after a while. But yeah, let's see. Sponsored by cows and endorsed by goats. My God. Out here, it probably is. It wouldn't surprise me. Ted says, the breeze. Nice. Oh, she figured you was able to recognize that. Oh, okay, cool, man. Cool stuff. Love a bit of Skinner. Yeah, man, you can't, I mean, when you're doing a cover, you know, whatever band, you got to have some Skinner in there somewhere. You know, that and ZZ Top. You know. You got to have that, right? I tell you the one thing that always kicked my butt was that little turnaround. Let's see if I can do it. Let me see. When I first was trying to learn that, I was like, what is he doing? You know, we would play that in years ago in a band. I'd start off with that. You know, and the drummer, you know, doing all that stuff, and we'd kick in. You know, kick in and all that. What is it? And then when it'd get to that part, you know. Everybody would the bass player would freeze because he didn't know what that part was. I remember I learned that a long time ago, and I was like, oh yeah. TWF says, Our Metal Stage, great podcast last night. Yes, it was, man. Really cool. If you haven't heard that, go back. Go to Our Metal Stage channel on YouTube and listen to the podcast from last night. They touched on quite a few different things, man, about Gibson and Gibson quality control. It's all kind of cool stuff. Very interesting. John, is that guitar milk white? It sounds creamy. I guess, yeah, I guess so. Sponsored in part by Dairy Farmers of America. I guess. I don't know. Saw them supporting Golden Earring on their first visit to the UK. Got an encore as a support man. You talking about? Oh, you talking about now? Which one, Mr. Williams? Which band you referring to? Was that ZZ Top or Skinner? I'm not sure. I kind of lost track there. But yeah, I sit there and do that. Skinner. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta have some Skinner, man. You gotta have some Skinner in your library, man. If not, what are you doing? Unless you're just playing some weird techno stuff altogether. Yeah, let's see. What do we got going on here? All right, cool. Yeah. All right, man. Let's open this up while we're live here and check this package out, right? Oh yeah. EVH for president, right? Man. I think we'll be touching on something about old Eddie on our podcast Saturday night that I'm very surprised, to say the least, but kind of, whatever, to each his own, but I was kind of like, wow, man, really? Stay tuned. Tune in Saturday night for that when we have everybody here. The roundtable discussion on the Joe Wentz Project TV, be the podcast Saturday evening with Jim Guidry, Center, Adam, and myself. Roundtable discussion this Saturday evening. Johnny Bean says, Joe, did I ever tell you that I own a Leonard Skinner guitar? No, not to my knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, man. You gotta have some Skinner songs, right? Something just ain't right here, man. Yeah, I knew something was off. Man, something's not right. I hadn't played this car. I hadn't played this guitar in a long time. Yeah, we got things going sharp. Man, what the heck? I got text messages blowing up on my phone while I'm trying to do a live thing. I guess I should start putting it in airplane mode or something. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. Wow. Smart tuners. There we go. Now, I think we're good now. Man, it's weird how things just start going sharp all of a sudden. Man, let's see. There we go. Man. Let's see. One of the Van Zants owned it when they were growing up. I ended up with it in the early 90s. Oh, for real? What is it? A Strat, a Les Paul, or SG? What? How did you end up with it? That's the story right there. How did you get that? That's cool though, man. Wow. All right, let's open up this right here real quick. You know, it's getting cool weather. It's an old Japanese 60s guitar. Oh, cool, man. That's awesome. Hang on to that. All right. Package time, folks. You know, it's getting cool weather, right? It is here anyway. Feels wonderful outside, right? Mother Nature likes to make a last-ditch effort. There's Mr. Bruce Anderson, man. All right. And what we have here, well, what do we have here? It's our Metal Stage hoodie. Check that out, man. Our Metal Stage hoodie. Oh, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Can't wait to sport this out, man. That's awesome. So get with Our Metal Stage. Go to their page or their YouTube channel, and hopefully he's got some links up in the description of some of the videos. You can check out their store. And plus, I just love hoodies in general, you know. So I had to get one, you know. I think it looks great on the logo on the black. I think it looks fantastic. My computer is going crazy over here. What is this thing doing? Notifications popping up everywhere. Let's see. Yes, Bruce Anderson. What? Bruce says, "Cool, yeah, man. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, I enjoy hoodies, you know, and I just love the way that looks. To tell you the truth, I think it looks cool, you know, awesome. So check out Our Metal Stage on YouTube. Check out Johnny Bean on YouTube. Check out his stuff as well. Trying to share the love here, right? Absolutely. Yes. What have I got to do today, man? What's going on? Oh, yeah, that's right. Holy crap. Tune back in tonight. I'm doing good, ain't I? Wow. Man, tune back in tonight. If everything goes according to plan, we should have a guest on tonight. And but it's just the way everything fell into place. So it's just the way it is, man. So hopefully that'll work. I hope. You know, we'll find out later on tonight. So if I'm not back here later on, you know, it didn't come through. It didn't work. We'll see how it goes, man. Crazy little hiccups with YouTube here today, man. Unbelievable. Golly. Nothing like noodling around in A, right? It's just so easy. It's right here. Let's see. Brincy rocks. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. Some more song quotes by Brincy Rocks. Yes. Yeah, I still love that song. They actually took an attempt on covering that song on this channel. If you go back a good ways, I actually covered that song. That's a fun song, man. Sometimes to me, some of the best songs are the most simple. They don't have to have 1,000 notes in there. It's just something simple. Always seems to work. Yeah. You want to be in the show? Come on, baby, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I always loved that. There were some good songs back then, man. Golly. And I didn't know, let's see, who is it? That was Loverboy, right? Yeah. And I didn't know, well, y'all remember the movie Footloose? I know I'm going way back here and people going to think this is crazy. But I remember that was for that time period, that was a pretty big soundtrack for that movie. It had a lot of cool artists on there. Sammy Hagar was on there. Of course, Kenny Loggins had a couple of great hits off that soundtrack for Footloose. Brent says, "Hell yeah, love it." that was a great movie, but not only that, it had a great soundtrack. And there you go, Johnny Bean, Dancing in the Sheets, yeah. Shalimar, yeah, had some great artists, but one of the songs I remember that was a great song for back then was a song called "Almost Paradise." It was a ballad, and I want to say they used it in the part where they were slow dancing, of course, I believe, but I didn't know for a long time that was let's see. Well, let me ask y'all. Don't Google anything. Do y'all know who sang that? It was a duet, a male and a female, who sang the vocals on that. Johnny said, "I used to roller skate to that." Yeah. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, going to the roller rink. Those were good times, too, wasn't it? Going to the roller rink, skating rink, I should say. Roller rink. Skating rink. TWF says, Phil Rudd, drummer for AC/DC, has a great song called Head Job. Yes. You got half of it, Mr. Bean. Yes, it was Mike Reno and Ann Wilson. Yes, that's right. Ann Wilson of Heart, Mike Reno of Loverboy. Yeah, they were the two vocalists on that song, Almost Paradise, and I didn't know that for a long time. I didn't know that. But I always thought that was a beautiful song. But the thing that got me, that's when Sammy was still a solo artist, and he had that song, "The Girl Gets Around." And I remember on the part of the movie, it had that dude that was supposedly the preacher's daughter's boyfriend. He was riding that pickup truck, riding up on that country road, and he got beside him, and there was a car coming. And that's what it was. It was that Sammy Hagar song, "The Girl Gets Around," starting off with that guitar. I wish I knew the lick. Or the riff. I've never tried it, but I know it can't be that hard. But I remember and he had the jam box hanging on the gun rack on the window. That was cool. That was a great movie. I always enjoyed that movie. Classic. Yeah, going to the skating rink. Wow, man, I remember all them songs, going to the skating rink, skating too. Good Lord. Oh man, what was it? Man, you had all kind of stuff. That was just good times, man. Great moments in my youth. Oh yeah, remember when he said if he liked the police? Oh, when he was asking about different groups, and they was in that yellow Volkswagen. Him and what's his name? Johnny. What's that? What was that guy? I think he passed away. Christopher Penn. Yeah, and he's like, "Do you like men at work?" He said, "Where do they work?" He said, "What about the police? What about them? Yeah, they're following you." They pulled in that school parking lot and was going to write him a ticket for playing Quiet Riot too loud. Yeah. 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 That was a song that, yeah, this next song is for couples only. Couples only for the next song, please. Yeah, I remember that. How many times you heard that over the PA at the skating rink? Yeah. Yeah, man. Johnny, what's wrong? Yeah, that was Christopher Penn. He played the cowboy. He had the cowboy hat. That was him. Yeah. Dang, you didn't know that? Yeah, that was him. Sure was. That was the first time I seen Christopher Penn in anything was Footloose. You got to remember that was what, like 84. They were all young. Johnny says I haven't seen Footloose since it came out. What? Wow, man, that's not a movie I'll make a point of, I'm gonna watch this 8 times a year, nothing like that. But if it's like on TV or something, or maybe on Netflix, I might go ahead and click on it and watch it. That's a great movie. But yeah, that's Christopher Penn. Yeah, sure is. Yeah, I heard he passed away. I don't know if that's true, but I heard from somewhere that he passed away. And he wasn't in a whole lot of movies, but I do remember one movie he was in that I thought it was like a martial arts movie. It's called Best of the Best, and it had Eric Roberts. That's Julia Roberts' brother, Eric Roberts. He was in it along with Christopher Penn. I think they were the two big names, and James Earl Jones was in it. He was like the coach of the karate team. They were like going to the Olympics, So that's Best of the Best. If you like stuff like that, check that out. And they made a second one called Best of the Best 2, which was okay. It was pretty good, but Best of the Best 1 was the best. Yeah, Johnny, he says Christopher Penn passed away years ago. What did he pass away of? Does anybody know? I'm not being funny, but I remember later on, I think he got pretty big. I don't know if he had some health problems or what, or battling, maybe he was diabetic. I don't know. I have no idea. He was very overweight, Johnny says. Oh, yeah. Well, dang, man, that sucks. I always liked him. I thought he was cool, especially in them movies. He could play a great jerk. I mean, that's a sign of a great actor. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying he was. But if an actor can do that and make you want to hit the TV, that's a sign of a great actor, man. It really is. Uh, oh, Coming to America. Yeah, I remember when that came out to the theaters. I saw that twice. Yeah, went on a date with some girl, and then the next night went on a date with a different girl, but went to the same movie theater. Went and saw the same movie because I loved it. Coming to America. That is classic, man. Oh God. Chris didn't look anything like he did in those. Yeah, that's sad, man. Damn. Really, he was in Rush. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know Christopher Penn was in Rush Hour. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's a great movie, but I don't. Check out Ozark on Netflix with Jason Bateman. Yes, TWF. I have watched that. That is wild, isn't it? I watched all that. I'm waiting for the second season to come out. I watched that. I got hooked into that. I was like, man, that show was something else, boy. It was good. Adam EVH, hello, Joe and everyone. Hope you're all having a great Friday. Adam EVH, man, one of the hosts on the Joe Wentz Project podcast. Thank you, Adam. Thanks for joining, man. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing fantastic, sir. Hope you're having a great day as well. Princey Rock says Sean Penn died from cardiovascular disease. Man, my goodness, man, it's messed up, man. But yeah, yeah, Ozark with Jason Bateman. That is really good. That is really good, and it's kind of the part that got me. TW, not to give any spoilers or something, but he knew his wife was cheating on him, right? And the thing that got me is when he went to go downtown or wherever, got out of his car and he's walking, and that body fell and it hit the pavement, and it was that guy. I was like, uh-huh. I was like, oh well, serves him right, that's what I was like, poof. I said, damn. It's something else, man. But it is a good show. It's wild how Because I think the whole premise of that show is he's having to launder money for the Mexican cartel, and if he doesn't launder all the money, then they're going to kill him and his family. I believe, in that right, Ted? Something to that degree. And you know who the head guy of the cartel is? This is what blew me away. I recognize this guy right off. I recognize him because he's still got them same facial features, and it was the guy that played the older brother in La Bamba. Remember that? You know, with what's his name that played Richie Valens? What's his name? Lou Diamond Phillips. Of course, everybody remembers La Bamba, right? In the 80s. I mean, good gracious. Classic movie if you like music movies, man. Check out La Bamba if you've never seen that. Awesome, awesome movie. I've seen that. I couldn't tell you how many times. And the guy that played the older brother that was wanting to be the artist, you know, that's the guy that plays the head cartel dude in Ozark. And I said, that's the big brother from La Bamba, you know. Let's see. Zero, Johnny. Zero. Yeah, that I don't think I saw that until it came on cable or something. I didn't go to the movies to see La Bamba. Yeah. But that is a great movie. I remember hearing that when they were filming that, when they were filming that back in the day, the actual movie, you know, Lou Diamond Phillips, that the family was there watching certain scenes, and the mother of Richie Valens was there, and seeing some of those scenes reenacted. And after a while, man, they had to escort her off the set because she got so upset because they did such a good job of making Lou Diamond Phillips look like Richie Valens, and the mother just broke down. I was like, man, that's sad, man. Dang, that's sad. That's sad. I was like, oh God. So I'm sure that was heart wrenching, you know, for the family, but just makes you wonder, man, why does stuff like that happen? You know, you got so many talented musicians. I mean, just look at it for just one quick second. You know, it goes back to the day the music died, right? Don McLean. That's what that song's about. You know, Richie Valens, the Big Bopper. Who else? What was the other gentleman that passed away? Buddy Holly, right? In that plane crash. You know, three big stars for that time period. And the plane goes down, and three of them get killed just instantly. And it's just like, what? You know, and as time goes on, you got more things of a tragic nature that happened that took artists. And it's just like, man. Stevie Ray Vaughan dies in a helicopter crash. You know, and if memory serves me correct, I'm not 100% sure, but if memory serves me correct, I think Eric Clapton was supposed to be on that helicopter, but something happened at the last minute where he didn't. It was like a La Bamba moment, not to be funny or anything sarcastic or nothing. But didn't Eric Clapton tell Steve Ray Vaughan, go ahead and take that helicopter and I'll take one tomorrow or something? I can't remember all the details, but it was something like that to the effect. And that, when I heard about that, that just sent chills down my spine, man. Yes, that is correct, Johnny. Yeah, he says, you know, when the part of good enough, Van Halen off Van Halen 5150, when Sammy Hagar screams, "Hello, baby," he's paying tribute to the Big Bopper. That's right. That was the Big Bopper's famous tagline. Yeah, doing that. Sure enough. Ain't that something? Oh, man. Yeah. I saw a quick interview with Sammy, was it last night? And there was he was at an airport. You could tell he was getting ready to get on the plane. You know how they have those little makeshift tunnels from the plane to the actual, you know, airport or whatever. He was getting ready to walk in there, and there was a dude there interviewing Sammy, and he said, "Can I just ask you a couple of questions?" And Sammy's like, "Well, okay." And the guy just kept asking. I was like, "Dude, he just wouldn't." You know, I was like, "Man," but it was showing Sammy. I was like, "Man, Sammy's looking. He's 70. He looks great for 70. Don't get me wrong." But I was like, "Man, I haven't seen him that like close up like that in a long time. I've always seen him from a distance, like from a stage shot or something, you know." I was like, "Wow, man." But he said this interview wasn't long ago. It was like, what was it, like a week ago or at the most a month? So it's fairly new. And they was asking him about certain things, and he said, well, you got Sammy Hagar, the solo artist. You got Van Halen. Van Halen is Van Halen. Sammy Hagar is a solo artist. You have Chickenfoot, and you have the Circle. He said, so if you want to come see a show where I've had my foot in a lot of different eras of music, which he has, he said, come see the Circle. And he was talking about that. I was like, yeah, he ain't lying. You got Michael Anthony and Sammy Hagar. That's half of Van Halen right there. There's your vocal section right there and your backing harmonies. I said, nobody can't argue that, I wouldn't think. But, and then Jason Bottom and Vic Johnson on there too. Shoot, man. Just look at the library stuff they get to choose from. Looks like that's the only way you're going to hear any Van Hagar stuff is through that. But anyway, we'll touch more on that Saturday. I'm not going to go into that too much. Touch more about on that on Saturday on the podcast, along with other things too. Be sure to tune in this Saturday, which that would be tomorrow. Probably, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Tune in for that. And, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And come back this evening, hopefully, for that as well. I got to get all my I's dotted and T's crossed to make sure all that's good. So, all right, let's check the time. We should be getting close to the hour mark, folks, I believe. Let's check real quick. Yeah, we're close enough. I'm going to go ahead and call it. That's not bad for a Friday. All right. Yeah, I have to get real close to the timer's like really, really small. You look at the numbers like, man, I can't make it out from here. But thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, make sure eyes crossed. Yeah, pretty much with me. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for taking the time to say hello. I really appreciate it. And thanks for spreading the love, man. Thanks for showing your support. I really appreciate it. And until next time, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project TV, and we will see you later, hopefully, right here tonight, hopefully. Adam says, have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. Simon Williams, Johnny Bean, Ted. There you go. There's Ted. Jim Guidry, Our Metal Stage Podcast Center. Who else? Brentsy Rocks. The accountant, Big Dan, I guess he wasn't able to make it. Big Dan was still thinking about you, man. Hope you're doing well. There's Jim Guidry. Thank you, Mr. Guidry. Hope you have a great day, man. Brentsy Rock says, later, God bless. I got 3 gigs to do. A bigger name on the other line. Y'all were small, food in the sea. Nah, Brent didn't say that. I'm just kidding. Brent says, later, God bless. Michael Collins, Joe. Michael. This is the second time in a row Mr. Collins jumps in right when we're wrapping up. Oh, my goodness. How you doing, Mr. Collins, man? Hope you're doing well, sir. Oh, my goodness. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. I need to get out here and see what's going on because if there's an issue out here, I need to tend to that. And then if something's going on out here, then I won't be here tonight. So that's kind of, we just have to wait and see. But anyway, other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. God bless. Love you guys. See ya. Bye-bye.